Hi, I'm Marin, back with another coding lesson. If you haven't checked out my earlier lessons, go back and check those out first. Today we're going to talk about a slightly more advanced coding topic called conditional statements. If we learn, then we have fun. That's an example of a conditional statement. What is a conditional statement? Well, a conditional statement is typically if something is true, then do this, else do this. Let's do an example. If you brush your teeth, then your teeth will be healthy. If you don't, if that statement is false, then you will get cavities. So, if you brush your teeth, true, you've brushed your teeth, healthy teeth. If you brush your teeth, false, you don't brush your teeth, wah, wah, cavities. How about if your name starts with L? If that statement is true, stand up. If that statement is false, sit down. My name starts with M, so I'm sitting down. Conditional statements can also involve loops. We can loop through an action while something is true. For instance, while the traffic light is red, while that is true, the cars stop. But when that condition is false, when the light is not red, we can go. So while the traffic light is red, we are looping, constantly stopped until that condition is no longer true. The light is no longer red, and then we go. Have you played any computer games before? Conditional statements in a program let the computer react to the user and change the course of action. For instance, in this Flappy Bird game, if the player hits the space key, the Flappy Bird goes up. Else, if they don't hit the space key, the bird sinks down. That's an example of the computer following a conditional statement. Pressing space key, true, bird goes up. Not pressing space key, false, bird sinks down. Or what about when you have questions? If the player answers a question correctly, here the computer says correct and gives them a point. Else it says incorrect. Conditional statements make programs so much more powerful. Here's a couple of games you can play to practice using conditional statements. With this game, one person will act as the programmer and everyone else is the computer. So, as the programmer, your job is to give clear instructions to the computers, the other players, using a conditional statement. You can phrase it like this. Simon says, if you're wearing a red shirt, then sit still. Else, raise your arms up. Or, Simon says, if you have brown hair, then turn and face the door. Else, face front. Okay, let's play conditional Simon says. Simon says, if you're wearing red, put your hands on your hips. Else, put your hands on your head. Nice job. Okay, here's another one. Simon says, if your name starts with C, do jumping jacks. Else, do the twist. Nice work. You could also use a loop. Simon says, while my hand is up, jump up and down. Else, stand still. Or Simon says, while I'm counting to 10, pat your head. Else, touch your nose. The computer's job is to listen carefully and follow the programmer's instructions. However, if they forget to say Simon says at the beginning, or if the instructions don't make sense, you can say, error, please debug your code. Okay, let's do one more. If you're wearing yellow, jump up and down, else touch your toes.
Error, please debug your code.
Oh, that's right. I forgot to say Simon says. Simon says, if you're wearing yellow, jump up and down, else touch your toes. Nice job. We can also put conditional statements inside of other conditional statements. Here's an example. Let's say we're trying to pick a pet. We could use a series of nested conditional statements to figure out what pet to get. If you want a pet without legs, if that is true, then get a fish, because fish don't have legs. If you want a pet without legs, if that's false, you want a pet with legs, then we have to decide, do we want a pet that we can walk? If we want a pet that we can walk, if that's true, get a dog. Else, if we want a pet that we don't want to walk, if that statement is false, we'll get a hamster. We can also use cards to play a conditional card game. In order to play conditional cards, first, you're going to pull a card out of a bag without looking. You're going to look at the set of nested conditional statements I'm about to show you. You'll assign points based on the color of your card and the number of your card, and you're going to see which player or team of players can reach 21 points first. Our supplies here are some colored cards with numbers written on them, 1 through 9, a bag of some sort. We've got our conditional card cheat sheet to know how many points that we're going to get, and we've got something to keep score. Here are our conditional statements. First, put all the cards into your paper bag. Okay, go ahead and hold the top shut and give it a bit of a shake. Okay. Go ahead, and the first player reaches into the bag and pulls out a card. Go ahead and place it on the table for everyone to see. What we're looking for is the color of the card and the number of the card. Let's look at our color conditional statements. If the card color is blue, is that true or false?
No.
It's not blue, so that's false. So we go to our next nested conditional statement. Else, if the card color is green, is that true
False.
or false? Next, if the card color is orange, true or false?
False.
Next, is the card color yellow, true or false?
False.
That means you earned 5 points. Now we need to look at the card number. If the number is greater than 7, is that true or false?
True.
True, you get 2 points. Next player draws the card. First, let's look at the color of the card. If the card is blue, true or false?
False.
Else, if the card is green, true or false?
False.
Else, if the card is orange, true or false?
False.
Else, if the card is yellow, true or false?
True.
True means, oh no, -2 points.
I'd have to go like down like that.
Since we're on 0, we'll just keep it at 0. Let's look at the card number. If the number is greater than 7, true or false?
False.
Because the number is 7, it's not bigger than 7. You're correct. If the number is 1 or 4, true or false?
False.
If the number is 2 or 7, true or false?
True.
True means, oh gosh, -1. Sometimes you're off to a rough start, but that's okay, because you'll catch up. Each player continues to draw a card from the bag and looks at their conditional statements. They're looking for the color and for the number and getting points based on that information. Follow the nested conditional statements to find where it's true and understand how many points you get. See how you do. For more thinking about conditional statements, head to your library. Look for a copy of If You Give a Mouse a Cookie or other titles in this series. They're full of conditional statements. If you give a mouse a cookie, then he's going to want a glass of milk. Or try playing Simon Says or the conditional card game at home. You can use regular playing cards to write your own conditional statements based on the card number or suit. I hope you've had fun today. Thank you for joining me.
Bye.